Hey, guess who's with me this morning? Les Boyd. Boyd Chevrolet. Les, good morning, sir.
Well, good morning. Great to be here.
It is
such a warm day.
It is on such a balmy day. It's great to have you here, sir. Great to have you. What's going on in Boyd Chevrolet life?
Yeah, right now it's the season.
It's end of the year.
End of year, so everybody's pushing. We got people that are shopping for vehicles. We've got people that are getting ready to go out of town and want to get their car serviced.
So let me ask you this. Mm-hmm. Is it true when they say the best time to buy a new car is at the end of the year?
100%. So
see, I can ask you stuff like this.
You can ask me, and I'll tell you a little bit about that. And that's how it's been historically, as long as I've been in the business for 20 plus years. The week between Christmas and New Year's.
Yeah.
Primarily is the biggest week of the year. It's where in the month of December we'll do 75% of our business in that week.
Wow!
And a lot of it is just incentives are winding down.
Sure.
Salespeople are pushing to finish their year off. A lot of companies are wanting to spend money to have it in this year's taxes.
Sure.
So it's a lot of activity, a lot of moving parts going on. So
people would rather give you money than Uncle Sam.
Yes,
they'd rather get something. They'd rather get something for it.
Right. Especially companies.
Sure.
A lot of construction companies. Vehicles that are over 6,000 pounds qualify for a lot of tax incentives to be able to write them off. So it's a lot of energy, a lot of things happening, and it's a little quiet a couple days prior to Christmas, like this time of the month.
Right.
But once Christmas finishes, it's usually wide on.
It is wide open.
Absolutely.
Wow. And so you guys are now Boyd Chevrolet.
So we're Boyd Chevrolet. We over the last couple years we've really tried to focus more on the Chevrolet brand.
Yeah.
It's clearly the
that's what people want.
The number one brand for all of General Motors. It carries a lineup of vehicles from entry level cars all the way up to trucks and high end SUVs. So we are really primarily focusing on Chevrolet right now, and we have a tremendous amount of past customers that have Buicks and Cadillacs, and we still continue to service them.
Of course.
But right now we're focused on the selling part with.
Are you
Chevrolet.
Seeing that as a trend elsewhere also? We
are. A lot of consolidation. GM really is trying to align a lot of the store tops to be able to have that type of focus.
Sure. That makes sense.
It's better for the brand. It's better for the customer experience, that sort of thing.
All right. What about GMC? Explain that to me, because GMC is to Chevrolet what?
So GMC, the way that customers look at it, the way that GM tries to position it, it's very simple. It's only trucks. So it's trucks and SUVs.
Okay.
So there are no cars, really small sport utilities like Chevrolet will have. Typically, it's going to be a little bit higher trim levels. Different packages. So, years ago, you couldn't tell a huge difference between the two.
Right.
Now, with the grills and the way that they package each model, it's a big difference. So, it appeals to different people. So, a lot of people kind of prefer to either go Chevrolet or the GMC.
Sure.
Very similar in a lot of the components, but the trim levels are different.
Gotcha. Okay. So, great time right now to go visit Boyd.
Absolutely.
Whether you're looking for a brand new Chevrolet or, again, you're causing an issue on Spartanburg Highway, at least for me. I've almost gotten into like 3 accidents because I drive by and I look over and I see some of the prices on some of the vehicles that you have by, and I'm just like, seriously?
Right. So we created a little budget corner.
You have.
Vehicles that typically we would have wholesaled or would have left our market areas, and they're ones that we've run through our service.
Yeah.
We feel confident enough to display them for the customer.
Yeah.
It's in a price point. Most of them are under $10,000. And, we encourage, our customers, take it, get another opinion from another technician. They're selling them as is.
Yeah.
They're not perfect. We've got new cars right beside them. That are, but they're a good price point for people that are entering the car market and want a better price.
There is a place for that.
Absolutely.
There is a place for that, and you're helping fulfill that need.
Yep.
All right. Anything more about automobiles before we go to family fun?
Yeah, so, right now, we're almost done with the construction of the building, of the service department.
Right.
So everything's been dried in. We're hoping to be in by the mid to late part of January.
Okay.
So that will get us ready for getting into the new year and ready for the business that typically comes in March.
So. And all that service business also,
Yeah.
that you're trying to make sure you're because you've gotten so popular as a service place that you had to grow.
Right. It was time.
You needed more
time to
bays.
grow. Yeah.
It's time for more bays and more people.
Absolutely.
Cool. So that's coming soon. Mm-hmm. We'll look forward to hearing about that. Can we move on to
family fun?
Family fun for the holidays?
Absolutely. So
there's nothing like family bowling time.
We have seen a tremendous amount of people, coming out over the last couple of weeks. Typically in the bowling world, this time of year where it's a little bit cooler at night, it's darker, it's cooler. We see more activity. All the leagues are in full force.
Sure.
We're seeing a lot of birthday parties and corporate events and people coming in to enjoy the facility. And it's just every day that I get a chance to spend there, it's just to see these kids and enjoy it and make memories and something we want to continue on for many years.
Yeah. Can we talk about some of the improvements that you've made already at the bowling alley?
Sure. So we put all new air conditioned system in there. So in the summer we'll be able to keep it nice and cool. There was some issues there. We've repainted it. We added a whole new scoring system.
Yeah.
So that's state of the art. Brand new. We've done a lot of repairs to the pin setters in the back of the house. So, so we've got 32 lanes that are in operation.
Can we get behind the scenes for just a moment?
Sure.
Where do you find people who work on those machines?
Well, it's very lucky that we had we have a gentleman that joined us from the previous owner. His name is Ethan, and he is a mechanic that knows how to fix that.
Gotcha.
And it's a very takes a very talented person to do that.
Sure.
Because
it's specific.
Absolutely. There's probably 1,000 parts in each one of them, and we got 32 units. So
wow.
So it's I don't know if I've told you, but it's the largest bowling center west of Charlotte. So it's bigger than anything in Asheville as far as lane wise.
I didn't know that.
And farther west. So we're going through that process. We're getting close to being able to open up the restaurant. We're in the final stages of the septic system.
You're going to let me know when that restaurant's open, right? Because I'm going for a burger.
It's going to be a greasy spoon. So
yes, exactly. That's what I want. That's what I'm looking for in a bowling alley.
It's but the wonderful thing about it too is my wife Paige. She's there on a daily basis and really trying to help maintain the culture there and grow it and so it's been amazing to have her there, and Ellis, who's people have known for many years.
Of course,
he's a fixture there.
Yes, he is.
Just glad to have him too. So we've got a great team, a lot of high school kids that are there with us, and we've been doing a lot of really cool events and bringing people together. That's what it's all about.
Well, my son still has a bowling pin, a signed bowling pin from when we did a birthday party for him.
Really?
At the when he was growing. I mean, everybody, all kids. You had a birthday party at the bowling alley. That's what you did.
Mm-hmm. It's a rite of passage.
Exactly.
We see it all the time. But the cool thing is we see events, corporate events.
Yeah.
We're seeing a lot of those. People coming in. A lot of nonprofits are using it to team build and it just. Our biggest mission was to retain it for the community and restore it and have it as a place for people to enjoy. So,
well, Les, I can vouch for that. You told me that back when you were like, keep this hush.
Right.
But here's what we're doing, and this is why we're doing it. Mm-hmm. And so now we don't have to keep it hush. You're doing exactly what you said you were going to do.
I just got to learn how to bowl. I mean, I'm not a very good bowler myself.
So I grew up bowling. I every Saturday morning we were at the bowling alley. That's back when we used wax pencils and it was shining up on the thing. Oh yeah. So I've forgotten how to keep score now, but we used to have to keep our own score. And I remember family night at our bowling alley growing up. There was always like a red pin, and anytime it was the front pin, and you got a strike, you got like a 2-liter bottle of Coke. You know, you got something. You got prizes or whatever. So I grew up in bowling alleys, which is why I love so much that you guys have taken this one over, and you're going to continue the legacy of just great family fun.
Yeah, and you don't see a lot of new ones being built. I mean, so
right.
You know, it's kind of like skating rinks. And I can't tell you how many people have asked me, now that you got a bowling facility, are you going to add a skating rink? So I don't know. We're going to try one first and see how that.
Can I just do
this
goes. First? Can I get the restaurant open first, please?
Yeah. And then we might look at the skating down the road.
Wow.
So.
Well, I know it's a labor of love, but boy, again, this is something that you're doing for the community. It's this town's getting younger and younger.
It is. And
there are younger business owners, people
absolutely.
with families, and they need places like the bowling alley.
Well, and with kids and the technology right now, technology is separating people from coming together. And you know, people, it's time to set their phones down and come have a conversation. These younger kids and enjoy the moment and have fun bowling.
Yeah. Wow. And you kept the name and all that. So, yeah, that's fantastic. Les, next time we see you, it's going to be next year. I'm not going to see you again until next year.
Next year.
Here at the radio station. I might see you at the bowling alley.
Yeah.
Anything else we want to make sure we get out before we move on?
You know, I'm just, this year has passed quickly. I mean, like each one seems to go faster and faster. And, just appreciate everything. Appreciate being here. And these are always a lot of fun to talk with you in the morning and kind of share some stories. And it's always been a pleasure.
Well, not only I, but all of Q Nation, we appreciate the fact that you sit down in here and you don't bring me a piece of paper and say, this is what I want to talk about today and ask me these questions.
Right.
We, like today, we were just talking, and all of a sudden it was time to go on. I'm like, all right, we're just going to have fun with this one. You allow me to ask you anything, and I appreciate that. We appreciate the honesty. Les, Boyd Chevrolet, incentives going on right now. One of the best times of the year right now to visit you guys. And, of course, while you got family in town, whether you got family in town or not, find yourself at the bowling alley. Have some fun. Les, thank you so much. As always, Merry Christmas to you and to your family.
Merry Christmas.
All right.
Thank you.
Boyd Chevrolet on Spartanburg Highway. Go visit them. And remember, they've got that new little section there. What do you call it? The
budget
section. The budget section for people like me. Go to the budget section. They got some awesome cars there. Boyd Chevrolet, Spartanburg Highway. It's 19 minutes after 8 in the morning. We're still at 51 degrees.